You might need to lean back a little.
We need another key to this, so we can make it the way.
How did you become involved in 3D printing?
In Appalachian State, for the computer science department, we tend to have 3D printers. We have about 5 of them. In the in the Appalachian Library, we have about 3, and we use them for scientific purposes.
What have you used 3D printing for?
3D printing, we have used it for math. We have used it for our own leisure, as in the library you can request to print something. Sometimes you can scan people and print them out. For a lot of things, honestly, but mostly science and printing parts.
What applications do you believe it is good for?
I think 3D printing will be good for printing organs, printing household objects. So if you want a 3D printer in a home, you can probably print something that you broke. Also, you can someday, hopefully, print hardware, which is what I'm really hoping for.
Do you think 3D printing will change manufacturing?
No. I honestly don't think 3D printing is cheap enough or widely used enough, and nothing will compare to the assembly line, which can just pump out so many things for such a low price.
Do you think that the 3D printer will take any jobs away?
If anything, I think the 3D printer will give out jobs because there's a lot of versatility to it, and I don't know what jobs it would honestly take away, because who can make some 3D things you print can't make by hand, including some gears, some math equations you can't print. Otherwise, I think we'll always still need artisans and blacksmiths, and yeah, I just don't think it'll take any jobs away.
Do you think that the 3D printer is cost prohibitive?
No. It is expensive, but for home use, I would pay $10 for a plate, to print myself a plate or a cup, or new wheels for my skates or something. But honestly, it seems pretty versatile, so depending on what you use, I would not print screws for to build wooden tables or anything with a 3D printer.
Are the items printed with a 3D printer equal or better than the current technology?
I'd say both. There are a lot of things that are made specially for a certain purpose. 3D printing material isn't getting any better yet, anyway, so until they do, I don't think you can replace a lot of things. However, the precision is pretty amazing. So, for now, it's only speculation.
Do you think this is a positive or a negative effect on the economy?
I think it's a very positive effect. If you can just pump out organs, you can keep someone on the wait list a little longer than just a few months, and then their kidneys fail and then they are deceased. If you have a 3D printer, you can print organs. Sure, they don't last forever and they only work for a couple weeks, but if you can keep printing those, you can extend a person's life and essentially save people. I know you can 3D print like an artificial heart or an artificial kidney. That's really useful. Otherwise, you can 3D print keys, 3D, things that you honestly would be more convenient just to do at home rather than go to the store and get an imprint, print it out, go to the ceramics place and print out some pot that really isn't that pretty, just something very generic.
Where do you see the 3D printer future going?
3D printing will probably go towards technology and hardware, and hopefully at some point we'll start 3D printing houses and cars. I honestly want that to happen because, one, you could design your own house, it could be built within 24 hours, you could design your own car, and you could probably modify it, make it more fuel efficient, and it'd be more, the knowledge base would become wider, so people would know a lot more about a lot of other certain things and different subjects.
Would you recommend the 3D printer to the average household?
Yes, definitely. Though I would wait until it comes with a very friendly user interface, like a app for the iPad or something to design something. For instance, Google has their Lego app, which you can literally build Legos from a certain amount of parts. So if you have a Google database or an Apple database full of 3D printed parts, you can just pick and choose what you want. You don't have to design everything. because the average person doesn't.